In this series I will provide a general overview of every Yu-Gi-Oh set released in chronological order, starting with Legends of Blue Eyes White Dragon. This series is inspired by the Yu-Gi-Oh Progression series by Simo and Nimnim. The numbers might be off depending on where you look, as Yu-Gi-Oh set releases differ a bit between different countries. As an example, the Yu-Gi-Oh fandom wiki states that the set has 126 cards. I, however, used the counts of 129 cards for this video. For this series I will be using the Yu-Gi-Oh Pro Deck database. The link for the respective set will of course be in the description. Another disclaimer: this series is focused on the English-speaking TCG, before I forget to mention it. Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon was released on the 8th of March 2002. It includes 129 cards and was conceived from a combination of the Japanese boosters Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon and Phantom God. These can be split up into 87 monster cards, 10 of which are fusion monsters and 5 effect monsters. Notable monsters include the Exodia parts, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician and other nostalgic, though today no longer very good cards. Besides this, the set has 37 spell cards, 6 of which being field spells and 15 being equip spells. Notable spells include Monster Reborn, Raigeki, Sword of Revealing Light and of course the eternally banned Pot of Greed. These and a handful of other spells are especially noteworthy for still being viable and outright strong cards even today. The set also has 3 trap cards, Trap Hole, 2-pronged attack and Dragon Capture Jar. Now if we break this set up by rarity, we can see that there are 10 ultra rare cards, 9 of which being monsters and 1 spell. In the rare spot are 22 cards, 14 of which being monsters, 6 being spells and 2 traps. In the super rare spot there are 10 cards, 5 of which being monsters, 4 of which being spells and 1 trap. In the secret rare spot there are 2 monsters. This set has 15 short prints, all of which are equip spells. And at last, in the common spot there are 68 cards, 57 of which are monsters and the other 11 being spells. In general, the set features more normal monsters with no effects than all other types of cards combined. This led to most cards in the set quickly falling out of relevance as other sets with strictly better cards began releasing. Exempt from this are the well-known powerhouse spell cards of the stack. Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed and Raigeki are still considered very strong spell cards even today, with Pot of Greed being infamously banned from October of 2005 until today. In general, you can say that this set was the perfect introduction to the game and a general good first set for the game, as many of the cards are extremely simple in their effects, if they have any at all, which isn't very much like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! This being the first set in Yu-Gi-Oh's history of course meant that it introduced a bunch of mechanics, these being normal, effect, flip, tribute and fusion monsters, normal, equip and field spell cards, and normal and continuous traps. It was also the set which introduced the Series 3 layout, which is the first version of roughly how Yu-Gi-Oh cards would look like till today. The changes to the format would be made, the way cards would generally look was defined by the set. This is it for today. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. Next time, Metal Raiders.